All right, guys. So we've we've been through the inflation. We found out if she had coverage or not. We've been through the inflation chart. We've wrote down the three options. And just like we spoke about it in another video, now it's time to transition from the rubber meets the road, handing her the options directly into the health questions, right? And we talked about how imperative it is to not give a chance for any breath there. So you let Miss Betty know, you say, Miss Betty, I'm gonna ask you a page of health questions. They're super easy. They're just yes or no. Okay, this is gonna let us make sure we can qualify you. But while I'm doing that, I want you to look at these three options I've wrote down on this page, 10,000, 13,000, and 17,500. You look at these while I ask you the health questions. You hand her that page, you make her take it from you, and then you immediately start reading the first question. Miss Betty, do you have any impairment, whether physical or mental, for which you need to receive assistance or supervision? You guys know, and if you don't know, you'll learn these health questions by repetition. Okay? So while asking these health questions, you want to make sure it's no big deal. Right? You notice how I said it's easy, it's no big deal. Number two, when you're asking these health questions and Miss Betty answers no, and you're marking no, you're saying good. You read the next health question. She's great. You're giving affirmations as you're moving down the health questions. This is good. It's subliminal for her. This is good. This is happening. You can qualify, right? You also want to toss in a piece of humor somewhere reading these health questions because they kind of are mundane. There's a lot of big words, and when you read them, you're kind of monotone. And a very easy one is 1, 2, 3, 4 health questions down. There's a health question that asks about AIDS. Have you ever been diagnosed with AIDS? And something Glenn taught us years ago that works so well. I say, Miss Betty, okay, have you ever been diagnosed by a medical professional as having AIDS? And she says, no. And I say, not hearing AIDS, Miss Betty. And then I laugh at my own joke. She laughs, and it kind of just breaks up the health questions in a good way. Then you continue to finish the rest. Every time marking no, you're stating good. Okay? And then at the end of those, I always let them know, all right, Miss Betty, that's great. You were able to answer no to all the health questions in part A. You were able to answer no to all the health questions in part B. And the reason that I make that a point is because on the phone interview, that's what they're going to ask her. So now she understands that happens.